Welcome to Podcast Answers, the show where I help you start and grow your podcast, answering any podcasting questions along the way. That's right. Today is season 3 of this show, guys. We've been doing this show for 3 seasons, and I'm super excited. I'm super glad to be back because I love giving you tips and tricks on how to start and grow your podcast. And today is no different. So guys, I'm super excited today. So I received a Rode Interview Pro. So last time we talked about the Rode Pod mic that I got, and I just really enjoy it. It is a nice new mic. It's the mic that I'm talking to you on it now. I have it running through my Rodecaster. Can you tell I'm a Rode fan? I do like other mic companies too. So I do like companies like Shure. I do have a Shure SM7B in a different podcast studio that I use. But today I am going to be talking about the Rode Interview Pro and what I like about it and what is really cool. So if you've never heard of it, it's a wireless handheld condenser microphone. So it is a condenser microphone, but it's great for interviews and it's great for being out and doing like man on the scene type things. So one of the things that I do like doing is going out and talking to people on the street, going in and interviewing people, not necessarily for this show, but for one of my other shows. And so this is a great solution. I recently, before that, I bought the Wireless Pro mics. You know, the things that you see on all of the content creators, they have the little square box with the muffly thing on the top, and they use that to a lot of times do their videos because they want to get good audio for video. And they're not necessarily sitting behind a desk like I am with a Rodecaster Pro. So what they're using is a little receiver. It's a wireless receiver. They plug that into their phone or into their camera or whatever they're recording on. And they then have a little transceiver. Yes, there we go. A transmitter. That's the word I'm actually looking for, is transmitter. They actually have a transmitter that they use and go with on their phone, or sorry, not their phone, but on their self. And it comes with a lavalier mic that you can use. You don't have to, but it does come with a lavalier mic. And so one of the things that I like that, and when I was thinking about doing interviews, the problem with doing that is you have to like hand them the box and hold it, and it doesn't look super professional, and it's just kind of awkward. So what I found is you can get a little stick, if you will. It's kind of a thing that clips onto, that wireless transmitter clips onto. And I still just wasn't super happy with that, especially if I was going to have 3 people, me, a co-host, and an interview person. And so, well, that would work. So what I ended up doing is I ended up buying the Rode Interview Pro. Again, it's a wireless handheld mic, just like you'd see in anywhere else, like in a church or on a TV show or anything like that. It's just a wireless handheld mic. And just like the Rode Interview, or sorry, this is the Interview Pro, the Rode Wireless Pro, there's a lot of words in there. The Rode Wireless Pro, they hook together with the receiver. So this hooks to any Series 4 wireless receiver. So and it uses a 2.4 gigahertz transmission to deliver incredible audio and range of up to 200 meters. And that's great. But what I do like about it is, so in the situation where I had a co-host or the receiver itself, sorry. So it has 2 channels on it. So you can plug 2 transmitters into it. And so that is perfect because you can have those 2 transmitters. But what if you're actually going to have 3 things? So if I was going to have a guest and me and a co-host, the thing I like about this is it has 32-bit float onboard recording is integrated into all 3 of those devices. So this itself has a record button on it. This Wireless Pro or Interview Pro has a record button on it. And if I press it, it records right to the device itself. So even if I am not receiving it to my phone or to my camera, I can record that track on it. Same thing with the interview or the Wireless Pros. They have 32-bit float recording that's on board also. And so That's why I like it, because you can use it as a standalone field recorder, but also you can hook it to any of the things that are compatible, the Series 4 Rode Series 4 receivers compatible. So that means the Wireless Pro, the Wireless ME, the Wireless Go 2, as well as consoles such as the Rodecaster Pro and the Rodecaster Duo. And so this is I'm gonna give you a quick sound test on this. So I'm gonna mute the mic that I'm on and unmute the other one. All right, so now you're hearing me on the Rode Interview Pro, and this is hooked to directly to my Rodecaster Pro. A lot of Rode words again, but I have it all hooked up to the Rodecaster Pro. And the thing that I like about it is, again, you're hearing this with no processing on the Rodecaster at all. So it's going to be the straight sound that you're hearing right out of the mic. The same thing that you get with the onboard recording. It's going to sound that same way. So this is, yes, this mic, and it does hook to your Rodecaster. So that is the nice thing too, because you can have it hooked to a Rodecaster and talk to somebody, and you could even use it as a third mic or whatever, because it is a wireless mic that hooks directly wirelessly without even a receiver. So you can get just this mic, because when you buy the mic, it does not come with a receiver at all. It just comes with the wireless mic. And so you can, if you have a Rodecaster or a Rodecaster Duo, you can hook this directly to it and use it as another mic input. And so it's really simple to wirelessly hook to it. You click your mic button, or the button to configure the channel. You scroll over to wireless, you click pair, you click the power button on the bottom of this, and you're good to go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to my the Rode Pod mic. All right, so I'm now back to the Rode Pod mic, and here's so that I will go back to that again so you can hear that again, but I wanted to have my hands free for a little bit. So again, that's the cool thing, because you can hook it right to a Rodecaster. You can hook it to a phone. So if you have it hooked to the Rode, any Rode wireless receiver. So if you have it hooked to the Interview Pro, the Wireless Pro receiver pack, then you can also now hook that via Lightning or USB-C to your phone and have a phone input right on your phone and have it wirelessly connecting to your phone. So if you're doing live shots in the field, if you're doing any field recording, I recorded a kind of pop quiz the other day, and I had it with me, and I used that hooked to the wireless to my phone, so that way I had a good wireless signal. And it's great because you can pass it back and forth like any good interview person does. So you really only need to have one, and it works really well. And this has over 42 hours, over 40 hours of 32-bit float recording on board on the device. Like I said, you have 40 hours that you can just straight record to the device itself, which is awesome, because if you are going out in the field and you're not doing any video recording, you're just doing audio recording, you can take this device and just hit record on it, and you're just straight recording it. And then you can plug the device, it unscrews, the whole body kind of unscrews from the mic, and you can plug right into that with your USB-C, hook it into your computer, use the Rode Central app, and you have access to your files right there. Your audio files are right there. And so what's really cool is because then you can just easily edit it and get it out. And so you don't have to have a big setup in the field. You can just do your interviews quick. You can talk, and it's perfect. And the nice thing about it is, because it is a condenser mic, and it has it's able to be, you get more of the sound, so it's more meant for interviews. It's less like directional. The pattern on it is a little bit more wide, and so you can easily interview somebody and go with that, and it works really well. And it's got up to 25 hours of battery operation from the integrated rechargeable battery. Now, that's my one gripe about this, and I will go ahead and switch back to it now so you can hear it again. All right, so I'm back on the interview mic now, and it does have the gain assist and some other things to help you to be able to get good sound, good levels. And so if you're out in the field and someone's quiet or whatever, it helps boost that, because it does have gain assist on it. But it also then has 32-bit float recording on board, which is great, because if you're not familiar with 32-bit float recording, what it does is it allows you to take those quiet things and bring them up really loud and not distort. Or if you do clip because someone is super loud, you can bring that down in post, and it doesn't affect the quality. So again, 32-bit float recording on your device is amazing, but it does have gain assist also. So that really helps keep the things out of it keeps your sound sounding well and easy to use for somebody that's not even necessarily a professional. So like you're hearing me now, and like I'm kind of moving the mic around, and I'm not having to be right on top of the mic like I'd have to be when I was talking on a dynamic mic. But this I can be almost kind of anywhere, and you still get the same good quality sound out of it. And so again, it is an amazing device. The one thing I don't like about it is the onboard battery is changeable. It's integrated, and so like any rechargeable battery, this eventually will suffer from loss of battery, so it will eventually not hold a charge. So that is one thing that I don't like about it, because it does, being almost, I think I forget the price in the US, but it is a decent priced mic, and you're gonna have to rely on the battery that's in it, and that you can't change. You can recharge it, but you can't change. And so I'm gonna go ahead and switch back now to the pod mic. Okay, so I'm back on the pod mic USB. And so that's one of the things that I don't necessarily like about it, but you could take and unscrew the body and plug in a rechargeable battery pack, and that would work fairly well for keeping it charged while you were in the field. But again, with it being 40 hours of 25 hours of battery on board, you end up, like right now, since it's new and fresh, that battery lasts well, and so I don't need to keep recharging it very much. And I just really get a good sense of like the quality on that mic is really well. I like it again because you can use the interview or the Wireless Pros. Rode has the little boxes. You can use those, but just those are okay if you're using a single, like you're recording a video and you're going to be out and you're going to be talking and just doing it yourself. But if you're trying to interview people, especially multiple people, now if you have a sit down interview where you're sitting down and you're interviewing with somebody and you can actually put that mic on them and get it wired correctly, then it's okay. But again, if you're walking around, let's say even like a showroom floor, like you're at a conference and you're trying to get interviews for your podcast, this is the way to go. This is the way to go because it's easy to pass it back and forth, and people don't look at you. They look at you more professionally because you do have a professional wireless mic. And so this is great. And again, the thing that I do like about it is the fact that you can just have onboard recording on it. So that way you don't have to have it paired to something and record on a separate recorder. You can record right on the device. So guys, I hope this helped. If you have any questions, I love to help people create and grow their podcasts. So if you have any podcasts questions, you can go ahead and hit me up at podcastanswers.com/contact. And I do want to thank Randy Black for watching on the show today. I hope we can podcast soon too. So he is saying that great job, and hope to be able to podcast together soon. That would be awesome. I would love to do that. I would love to podcast with you sometime. But if anybody has any questions for me, make sure you hit me up at podcastanswers.com/contact, and I would love to help you start your podcast. Until next time, have a safe week and keep podcasting.